Welcome everybody to the midnight stream. Ugh. Welcome. Make sure you guys are watching my recent video in regards to nature. Help us get to a higher view, share, like, all that sort of good stuff, because the more people that view our stuff, the better. That's just stating a fact and an obvious, you know? Oh, but it is nice to be back live. It is nice to be able to speak about nature in all of its glory, because I know you guys all come in to watch something very fascinating and very much interesting, because nature does blow us away. So it does. Just like the frog that you see behind us, I did talk about it in my video where I talk about how poison dart frogs are not poisonous in captivity, but more poisonous in the wild because of the things that they would naturally eat, such as, poisonous ants, poisonous insects. That's what makes them so poisonous in general. So if you love that sort of stuff and you really vibe with nature for what it is, then good on you guys, you know? And just like with chameleons, their bones can glow in the dark. Yes, a UV light had been shined on a chameleon and it had been showing that their bones do glow in the dark. We're not sure as to why a chameleon's bones would need to glow in the dark. It could be a simple fact of, pleasing another, female to come and mate with them, or it could be a sign of, don't eat me, I'm dangerous, that sort of stuff. Who knows as to why chameleons' bones glow in the dark? What is even more fascinating about chameleons is that they have the ability to move their eyes independently, which is kind of cool. And chameleons do have 4 thin layers of skin that helps them to change their color through mood, temperature, and surroundings. Really kind of cool and really impressive, you know? As I stated before, with animals and nature in general, is that what you are looking at is a black panther, but it is more of a black leopard. There's no such thing as a genuine species of black panther. Black panthers are more genuinely a black jack or a black leopard. There is no such thing as a genuine species of, black panther. It's fascinating, isn't it, when you think about it? I mean, yes, big cats are really cool, but you got to look at the size of the black panther is a jaguar, because jaguars are the third largest big cat. Leopards aren't really that big, but you can really understand the vast difference between both leopard and jaguar in terms of height and also strength. As I've already stated before, pandas are very lazy and will always be considered lazy. Reason for that is because, let's face it, they don't know how to populate their own species, as pandas are considered vulnerable in the wild because they really do not help themselves. And that is due to the fact that they don't want to mate. They rather sit on their ass and eat nothing but bamboo all day, every day. They are lazy. That is why pandas typically do not give a shit about their own species. And they are just insanely lazy, in my opinion. tigers are absolutely phenomenal, especially orange tigers and white tigers. A lot of people do like white tigers, but typically tigers are meant to be orange, not white. Now, the first ever white tiger to be discovered was back in India in the 50s, where it got introduced to the United States, where it bred with an ordinary tiger, produced a litter of four ordinary cubs. So they could not understand why this tiger was white in the first place. Then they sent it back to its family members where it mated with its own kind. And then you have white cubs. So typically, tigers are not natural in their own right. So therefore, when you see white tigers, they are only born in captivity. They are not born anywhere else. So therefore, you know, orange tigers are more natural. Even in the wild, they are more natural because they can blend into their environment and be able to, camouflage. White tigers, if they would be found in the wild, would naturally be easily spotted. Then, then, interesting to say M, but as I say, they cannot survive in the wild because white tigers can be easily spotted from a mile away. Even if they're trying to hunt prey, it still wouldn't go down for them because they would not be able to hunt properly, and their lifespan is incredibly short. The reason for that is because of the health benefits and also the fact that they have teeth problems, back problems, all different types of problems, which makes white tigers naturally not even a natural tiger. So, zebra. It's not a zebra, this is a white tiger. Yo, what's up, Leo? So yes, white tigers are naturally not normal species in general, and when we talk about tigers' behavior, especially in white tigers would naturally kill anything regardless if they are moving or non-moving, whereas tigers that are orange or in general would naturally not go hunting while that thing is still standing still. If you are standing still, a tiger is not going to kill you. In fact, tigers find anything that is not moving quite boring, as they want to have something, run around or, make sudden movements to make it more fun for them to kill it. Whereas white tigers, they don't have that capacity to understand that, and therefore they would naturally go for the kill. So therefore, their brain for a white tiger is not wired in the same principle as an ordinary house cat or a tiger. Because even a house cat still wouldn't trace something and kill it if it was anything that wasn't moving. Yes, Justin, welcome, boy. We pinned that for you, boy. So yeah, when you think about your house cat chasing a bird or anything like that, if that bird is not moving, then your cat is just gonna sit and watch and then become more bored. White tiger is just gonna pounce regardless, and therefore it just doesn't have that capacity to understand the difference of how a natural tiger would behave, you know? And that is a fact. Sorry, I have to go to sleep. Cool. When you think about sharks and you really want to understand exactly how old a shark is, count the rings on the backbone of a shark that will indicate how old that shark is, but from birth all the way up through the numbers that you see. The more it has, the older that shark is. So typically you're never going to see any other way than to count the backbone of a shark through the backbone. That is the indicate of how you understand, directly how old that shark is. Fairly interesting, isn't it, when you think about it? Now let me find this. When you think about the Australian box jellyfish, they are the fastest to kill you, and it really does speak volumes. So if you have an Australian box jellyfish, they will kill you that fast. That is the quickest way to understand that they can kill you the fastest, and they have been proven time and time again that the Australian box jellyfish will kill you very quickly. When we speak about lemurs are typically only found in Madagascar. So you're probably thinking, what the hell is this behind me? Well, what you're looking at is a species of lemur called a red ruff lemur. They are found in Madagascar, nowhere else in the world, only Madagascar. You know? Now, there are different species of lemur. A lot of you will probably know this species of lemur, not the red ruff, but you'll probably recognize this species of lemur, which is the ring-tailed lemur, which is also found in Madagascar. Now, what is interesting about lemurs is that they are before monkeys. Okay? You're probably wondering, well, how does that work? Because they are prosimians. So lemurs are prosimians. That means they are before monkeys and before monkeys even were around. And what is interesting about lemurs is that they do have a dominant female that will dominate everything, and that is just how it goes. So lemur males don't really have much of a say, and they do not wear the trousers in the relationship. It is typically more the females than the males. Okay? So lemurs do have a dominant female that will decide what goes down in that group, and it is kind of cool. And I've spoken quite a fair bit about animals and but I love speaking about birds in general, especially when it comes to hummingbirds, as some hummingbird species are no less than a penny. So yeah, they weigh no less than a penny, which is kind of crazy. And they are the only birds to fly backwards, which is kind of cool. A lot of you will not understand this when I say that bulls and red, the color red, is not a thing they get triggered by, nor do they get angry, because let's face it, when you think about, red, it's not a color that bulls get pissed off over. So if you're wearing red and you're in a field and you see a bull, just know that the color red is not going to actually piss them off, because it's not something they generally would get pissed off over, and that's just a fact. A way to identify crocodile and alligator. So this side is the croc, the other side is alligator. This is how you really tell alligator from, crocodile. Alligators have that U shape. And crocodile, sorry, on this side have a different shape face. Now you understand the difference between both croc and alligator. So next time you wonder what is the vast difference, look at a crocodile's face and an alligator's face, and you will see the big difference between both. Pandas, a lot of us all love pandas, but pandas are typically the laziest creatures on the planet. They could not say themselves it was the last thing on planet Earth, because they would rather spend more time eating bamboo than they would genuinely eating anything else. And they do not want to populate their own species, as there is only about 1,800 left in the wild. They are classed as vulnerable. Time for the bloodsuckers, and yes, people do get cringed out over mosquitoes. Now, mosquitoes are not actually that bad. It's only the females that bite and typically have the vicious, disease that we know that can kill us. So therefore, when you look at mosquitoes, they don't bite, they suck. That is a vast difference. because mosquitoes do not have teeth. So why the fuck would they want to bite if they can suck? And you can see that it's like a little straw that they just dip in. It's like a little needle going into your arm. That's when they'll suck your blood and be done with it. You know, they do like people with smelly feet, and also blood type is also very important because there's some blood type that mosquitoes really do not like sucking, and there's some blood types that they do adore feasting on. So, ideally, if you have a blood type that mosquitoes love, you're screwed. If you have smelly feet, you're screwed. Simple. Chameleons are beautiful. They do move independently. Now, a lot of you won't know this, and it's been proven that chameleons' bones can glow in the dark. You've heard it right. The reason why I say that is because there has been a study where they did a UV light on the chameleons while it was dark, and it actually produced, a glow through their bones that eventually made it through for people to see that their bones do glow. Now, why do chameleons' bones glow in the dark? Well, there's two theories going around with that. One theory is either to do with, attracting females to get them to mate, or it is possibly to do with the fact that they want to warn predators to say, hey, don't eat me, I'm not nice to eat. So that's probably why chameleons' bones glow in the dark. The eyes do move independently, and not only that, if you were to have two male chameleons, in the same room, they will typically fight each other, and it is also being very much proven that while two male chameleons are in a conflict, they will end up biting each other to try to reserve dominance and also try and impress a female so they can have the chance of mating. Chameleons do like high ground, so the higher they are, the more fun it is for them. Now, a lot of people wonder why they change color. Well, that can be through temperature, mood, and surrounding. There is no other real reason for them to change color other than what you've heard. Bats do have thumbs, and bats are nocturnal, but these guys are the only mammals that can fly as well, which is kind of cool. So not only do they have thumbs, but these guys are the only that can fly, which is kind of cool. Now stick with me, guys, because there is something very gross but very interesting coming up in 2 seconds. Okay, here it is. Yes, you guys are seeing a gorilla, and yes, they are very much aggressive, but there's just one thing people don't know about gorillas. It is proven that the way to tell if a gorilla is happy is when it barks. So when a gorilla barks, it means that they are happy. That is how you can tell when they're in a very joyful mood because they're barking. How fascinating is that? We do have a very other gross fact that when you think about frogs, which you're probably going to think, well, why are frogs gross? Well, there's one reason for that. They use their eyes to push food down their throat, which is kind of gross. So the eyes help them to basically push things down their throat, which is kind of gross. Can any of you guys do that? I would love to know. I don't think we all can because let's face it, it'd be kind of gross if we could. But it is a very unique little talent that frogs have. If you like the facts you were hearing so far, do consider liking and subscribing and go and check out my recent videos because that does help too. We do talk about nature. We love talking about animal facts because it's something that I'm very passionate about, and I love giving you guys some interesting facts that you may never have heard before. When we think about polar bears are quite interesting in their own way as well because, believe it or not, we may see polar bears as white, but in hindsight, they are actually jet black. So yes, when you think about nature tricking our eyes, we believe polar bears are white, but really in reality, they are jet black. A lot of you guys task when I say that if you were to remove a head of a cockroach, they can survive up to a week without no head. So they can really pretty much breathe, but they just can't eat or drink. So it is quite impressive when you see that these guys are really quite strong and robust. Not only are they strong and robust, but they can also survive underneath the water for about 15 minutes. These guys are also very much self-cleaners, so they clean the environment around them. They do think everything around them is very filthy and very dirty, and they also will eat their own family members. You know, they breathe like wildfire, so they will munch on their own. Justin, are you still here, lad, or have you gone? Justin, are you still here, lad, or are you gone? Very curious, lad. Are you still here or are you gone? Because I know you like to come and then go. So yes, you are looking at a black panther. These guys are not a species. They are generally either a black leopard or a black jaguar. Why do I say that? Because if you look at both species, from it being black, you will see a rosette of a black jaguar or a beautiful pattern of a leopard. Now, considering jaguars are pretty much the most unique and the most powerful creatures, with the most powerful bite force, when you look at a jaguar's bite force, it is 1,500, which is very strong. And the reason why a jaguar has that sort of bite force is because they go for the skull, not so much for the neck. And they would hunt stuff like caiman, snakes like anacondas, capybaras, anything they can really sink their teeth into. But all big cats, doesn't matter if it's a tiger, a lion, a jag, whatever, they will not eat all the time. They will eat every other day. Now, the only cat that is not considered a big cat is a cheetah. Cheetahs are classed as lesser cats, as when cheetahs give birth, they are not called cubs, they are called kittens. And the reason for that is because cheetahs are classed as lesser cats. They are not part of the Panthera family. When you think about the word Panthera, it means for big cats like jaguar, lion, tiger. Those are the ones that are typically Panthera and are called big cats because they can roar. Cheetahs can only purr or hiss. They cannot do an actual roar. And when you think about big cats like tigers, believe it or not, tigers do not have the same stripes just like us fingerprints. We don't have the same fingerprints. Same with tigers. And if you were to shave a tiger's fur, not that I recommend it, their stripes will go straight to the skin because they are born with their stripes. So there you go. What is even more interesting is when you listen to the Lion King. The Lion King's roar is actually a tiger's roar mixed with trash cans to make the effect of the lion's roar. So when you're hearing the lion's roar in the Lion King, you're actually hearing a tiger's roar mixed with trash cans to make the effect of the roar in the Lion King. Even though we know that a lion's roar can travel 5 miles away, and yes, that is quite impressive, but nothing beats the tiger's roar. It really doesn't. The tiger's roar is so impressive. Man, I don't like the fact that we've been on for 24 minutes still, and we get lurkers. Crazy. So yes, guys, as I say, next time you listen to the Lion King's roar, make sure that you are listening very carefully, as you will hear it's actually a tiger's roar mixed with trash cans to make the effect. If you love these sort of facts, as well as every other fact that I've spoken about so far, go and hit the button and consider subscribing, because let's face it, we talk about nature. We know you guys love it, so yeah. And I don't know why you guys would not want to see a beautiful lion's roar.
Oh, bollocks. Oof, pardon me. When you listen to an ostrich and their vocals, believe it or not, an interesting fact about ostriches, especially with the males will make a roar sound like the actual lion's roar. So if you are fascinated with that little fact that male ostriches do roar in the same principle as lions, that is impressive. But believe it or not, despite that they are flightless and pretty much on their feet most of the time, their eyes are bigger than their brains, which is kind of cool if you think about it. And for the people that just joined, I will give this fact for you guys. When you think about pandas, they are so lazy. They are considered vulnerable in the wild. There's only about 1,800 left in the wild. What is even more crazy is that pandas do not want to save their own species. Considering their diet is bamboo, they do not want to mate, so it's their own fault for making their own species go downhill instead of saving their own populations. That just shows how lazy they are. And a very really gross fact about pandas is that there are actual zoos that do have to go in and help a panda produce a baby by collecting semen in order for them to actually have kids of their own. So it just shows how fucking lazy pandas are. As much as we love them and they are very unique and they look very cuddly, they are lazy as fuck. They're more lazy than you guys and way more lazier than anyone you possibly could ever meet. And if you think you know somebody lazier than the panda, then drop in the comment sections below to let me know who you think is more lazy than the panda, because I guarantee you will never meet anyone or anything as lazy as a panda. I promise you, pandas are incredibly lazy. And if you like these sort of facts about nature, like I say, go and subscribe to my channel and also come and like this live stream. Share with your friends that love nature and want to learn about nature in all its glory. Just like how I say about chameleons' bones glowing in the dark. Yes, as I say, chameleons do have that ability to have their bones glow in the dark. There is theories as to why that is, possibly because they're trying to warn off predators, or they are just trying to get somebody to mate with them because that is a way of attracting them in that new way. But nobody knows as to why that is, so it is quite fascinating in that manner. So yes, guys, how crazy is that? That we've discovered that chameleons' bones can glow in the dark. Did you guys know that? I still want to know your opinions below. Did you ever knew that? And not only that, which is even more fascinating, considering it is midnight and a lot of you are either still awake or coming home or wherever you are. I hope you're having a lovely day. But believe it or not, it's the same thing with anything. We all find new things about nature. And if you wanted to learn about how you would understand about shark's age, in terms of how would you know about a shark's age, you should check out the whole entire backbone, because you'll understand by learning, you know, how many rings they got on the back will indicate how old that shark really is. Impressive, isn't it? And what's even more fascinating is when you think about lemurs, they are only found in Madagascar. There are multiple different species of lemurs, such as ring-tailed lemurs, red-ruffed lemurs, red-bellied lemurs, and all of them have the same thing in common. It's just the females that are dominant and are pretty much in charge. The males typically aren't, but everything else is. Fair enough, Leo. And what is even more fascinating is it's the same with lions. Lions do have their own hierarchy. The males typically will look after the cubs, but lionesses do most of the hunting. So for females that are watching my live stream right now, you can have the upper hand when I say that is actually the females that do most of the hunting for the pride. Yes, lions are very sociable creatures, rightly so, and they are very easy to predict. The only species of big cat that is harder to predict is jaguars and leopards. So leopards, I'm back. When you think about leopards typically are solitary. That means they live on their own. They don't care about anything else. They rather be on their own. They're always on the lookout. They're always trying to figure out what is going on around them. So leopards are harder to predict, just like with jaguars. Jaguars are solitary because they live on their own, and the only time you ever really see a jaguar come together is during mating season. But all in all, lions are very easy to predict. Leopard and jaguars are the ones that are not easy to predict because they are unpredictable, they are solitary, they live alone. That is just how it goes. And you will never be able to understand what goes through their mind because they are constantly always on the alert and they're always 5 steps in front of you.
Like and subscribe if you're enjoying animal facts and you love nature and you really do think that nature can give you some wow factors. I know we've had some lurkers already, and we know that some people have already gone, like Justin, my moderator. But yes, we have spoken about nature. We've really given you guys some interesting facts about nature and all that good stuff. So you guys can really get a good understanding of how beautiful nature can be, why we love nature, and how you guys can really understand nature. A really cool animal fact is we all know that, axolotls can regenerate certain parts of their limbs. But believe it or not, they don't have to live in water. They can also live on land. So if you have an axolotl and you're wondering, can they survive on land? Yes, they can. They don't need to be in water to survive. They can naturally live on land just as much as in water. Even though axolotls are found in fresh waters in Mexico, they are still considered critically endangered, which is kind of sad. So the best thing you can do to help these guys survive is to just not pick them up and keep them as house pets, or have them in general, just leave them to it and, protect their land because their land's getting destroyed. So yeah, guys. Rhinos, people think that rhinos do have very good eyesight. They don't. They have awful eyesight. In fact, they are poor eyesight, poor with color. They can't see color. They can't see much. So they will charge at anything and everything if they feel startled or if they're feeling threatened. Unfortunately, people do love to hunt them because of their horns. And yeah, they do die because people destroy such beautiful animals like rhinos and other species like them. So don't go killing rhinos because you're poor. I get it, but still, it's not fair on them. They can't see shit. They are very poor eyesight and very much vulnerable to everything around them. Simple. Man, I've been live for 34 minutes and not one person has stayed to listen to animal facts. You guys are fucking crazy. I feel like giving this an end talk now because pretty much I have spoken about nature. So if you want to learn about nature tomorrow and you're interested in nature, you want to expand your animal knowledge beyond your wildest dreams, then do subscribe to my channel where we will talk more about nature tomorrow and everything else. I know you guys love nature. So if you want to support a small YouTuber and you learn new things every day, then yeah, consider it. I'm not going to force you to subscribe to my channel. No point if you don't like nature, but if you want to learn, you know you should, because it will help you expand your knowledge and embrace new things that you never thought were possible. And plus, we do upload daily and go live daily, so you get doses of animal facts right at your doorstep that can expand your knowledge on your favorite animal without any hesitation. And if you guys have any questions about nature, then don't hesitate to ask because I will give you information about your favorite animal right on the doorstep because that's what I love doing. I love educating people. I love giving people animal facts that they can go and, be like, wow, I didn't know this, or that was mind blowing, or whatever. It's crazy what you will learn about the animal kingdom. And it is so mind blowing that you learn new things every single day because nature is full of mysterious, things that we are still get to learn. And there's so much to uncover and so much to unravel that is mind blowing.
Wow, we got 0 views. That's crazy.
And we have been live for about 37 minutes. I've not felt bored once. That's crazy.
But it has been your boy. Oh, and believe it or not, tigers too have
Partly webbed feet.
That is right.
When I say this, I will just bring up the photo now. Tigers, as much as we love their feet, they have got partly webbed feet, in case no one knew that. And that is because it allows them to easily, push through the water at ease while tracing prey that they want to eat. So therefore, they don't have to worry about avoiding water or jumping or leaping because they will easily go and trace whatever it is through the water just to kill it. So, as I say, when you think about big cats, you're looking at jaguars, leopards. Those are sort of panthera. Cheetahs are not big cats. But what is interesting about cheetahs is that they generally do have a beautiful marking on their eyes, and cheetahs have those tear lines that help protect them from the harsh sun, which means that they don't have to be, blinded by the sun when they are hunting, because they will have that protection while they're on the hunt. The same with meerkats, and I'll speak about meerkats tomorrow along with other animal facts. Because let's face it, guys, I know you guys are lurkers and are trying your best to avoid learning about animal facts, which is fine. So, yeah. But we hope that you guys are all enjoying yourselves today on this, on this fine night. Even though it is night time, it is getting so late, and I know a lot of you are looking for drama. But like I say, we do animal facts. I've given a whole bunch of animal facts so far for about how many minutes? 39 minutes I've been live. That's crazy. So yes, we talk about nature so you guys don't have to, and that you guys can expand your knowledge and appreciate nature for all of its glory. Let me know what your favorite fact is, and let me know what animal facts that you guys want to learn about for tomorrow's live stream. And furthermore, what else do you want to learn in the next video, the next live stream, whatever. I am up for giving you guys your favorite animal facts that you want to learn about in any context through video, live stream, whatever. It will be whatever you guys choose it to be, because because I want you guys to be involved. We're learning new things every single day because it is a privilege to do. And it is insane that we've been live for 40 minutes and yet nobody shows up to do shit. Wow, there's only so much people can tolerate when it comes to nature. Wow, that's crazy. Pardon me.
Well, I need to rest my voice a little bit. I've been speaking for 40 minutes and yet we could keep going, but I just need to rest my voice for a few minutes because we have been talking for for about 40 minutes or so. It is insane that when you talk about nature for so long, that time flies by. And not only that, you never get bored of talking about nature because there's so much to learn. There really is. Never ending cycle, never ending learning curve. And we love it. We love giving animal facts to everybody for your entertainment and your eyes only. Yes, we are a geek for animals and we are a geek to learning together, and you guys love it. And I love that you guys come out to support the channel and even more show a good amount of support for the channel. It does help me a lot to know that you guys love the animal facts that we give and that you guys are entertained by the facts that we give, because we put a lot of heart and soul into giving you guys some beautiful facts that you guys have never seen or ever heard of. Just like how I always say, there's always something new to learn. And no matter what it is, you guys will always learn it. And that's the beauty about nature, is you learn. And that is why I dedicate my time to show you guys the wonderful, the weird, the downright disturbing side of nature, all in between, and help you guys get more closer to nature in a way that you never thought was possible. Mm. And I'm not gonna drop the the next animal facts until tomorrow, because there is a species of animal that I do want to talk about tomorrow that I know you guys will go bonkers for, and a lot of you don't know this species of animal. In fact, this species of animal is so heavily trafficked that it's worth speaking about so you guys get a full understanding of what this species of animal is. So yes, they are heavily trafficked, and yes, they do have a poor side of life. And it is a lot of interesting things that I could say about this species of animal because it is so regarded as heavily poached. And I love it. So, as I say, nature is what you make it, nature is how you see it and view it in its own right. So, tomorrow's live stream will be focusing a little bit on this species of animal that I hold so dearly. And I don't want anybody to feel not included by nature in its entirety. We just want to make sure that you guys get everything that you ever wanted when it comes to nature. And it's so obvious to see that we've been live streaming for about 45 minutes, speaking non-stop about nature in all of its entirety, and yet it is getting on a little bit, not gonna lie. So I can understand people leaving, then rejoining, leaving, rejoining, re-leaving, rejoining, because no matter where you are in the world, it is always going to be either morning or nighttime or anywhere in between. You feel me? So we hope that you're all having a wonderful day today, regardless of where you are in the world. And we have spoken about nature for 45 minutes straight, which I've enjoyed so much doing. I always have a blast speaking about nature and just giving you guys a whole bunch of things you can learn and appreciate about nature. So tomorrow's topic will be speaking about pangolins, and a lot of you may not know what a pangolin is, and that's okay. But that will be a very interesting topic for a lot of you to understand why they are so heavily poached and what they're poached for, which is kind of sad because we cover stuff like that. And it's important to understand how to protect these beautiful species of, animals. And if that's something that you're interested in, do go and subscribe. Because like I say, we do this quite a fair bit. We love talking about nature in all of its glory. Even when it's the dark side of nature, we do cover it. From the sad truths about why people destroy them, to the most magnificent side to why people love nature. So if you want to learn about pangolins tomorrow, go and show some love, subscribe, all that sort of good stuff, because like I say, I think you guys will love to understand what a pangolin is, why they get poached, and so on and so forth, why they're so beautiful and a scaly mammal, all in all, the diet they eat, and so on and so forth. And I know you do not want to miss that. But it is up to you guys if you choose to want to join that session for the pangolin side of it, so you get a good understanding and a good sense of it, and see what a pangolin looks like for real. How fascinating would that be to understand the beauty side of it, the grim reality of why pangolins are poached, to everything in between. Because I can't lie, guys, it is fascinating what you can learn. And we're only going to be on for a few more minutes because it is getting late. It's nearly 1 in the morning. So yeah, we've been live streaming for quite a fair bit. So I hope you guys are all having a good night or good morning wherever you guys are. And I hope that you guys, are staying safe, staying blessed, and appreciating everything you have received. Because life is a beautiful thing. It really is. And thank you for coming into my live stream, guys. I appreciate that. We learn about nature, we thrive around nature, and I know there's so much more to learn and to give and to show and to educate and to dedicate myself to doing this. And I know some of you have come in and probably wondering, well, why haven't I spoken about nature yet? Well, I have. I've been speaking about nature for about 40 minutes into this live stream. All different topics. And yes, if you want to go back and watch the repeat, you can. And that will be there for you guys is entertainment. If you want to learn about nature from the very beginning of my live stream and get an understanding about nature, then do. Because I'm telling you, there's stuff in this live stream that will make you go, oh my god, that's so crazy. And do smash that like button in the face while you're in here, because it does help, push my content further and more to people that are interested in learning new stuff about nature that will open your eyes to wanting to learn more, and you'll be addicted to wanting to learn more, as I say, because that is what we do. We try to give you guys animal facts that. Sorry, it is getting on a bit. It is getting to like nearly 1 in the morning for us. And I'm starting to get tired. But as I say, there's always something new for everybody to learn. On whatever animal they love, there's always something for everybody. So explore what you want to explore through my channel, and you guys will not be disappointed in what you'll learn and how we do things. And like I say, hit that like button in the face, and it is up to you guys if you choose to, subscribe or not subscribe, and everything else in between. I am not in control of what you guys want to do. But supporting the channel does help, though. I can't lie. I'm not giving you guys reasons to want to like or subscribe. Just check out my videos and it'll tell you all there is to know and make your own minds up if you want to, support the channel or not. It really comes down to you guys. And I do see lurkers come through. Yep. Crazy. Oh, I'm only going to be staying on for a little bit. Not by much, but by 1 more minute. Maybe two more. Maybe 2 more minutes. Because I am getting tired. Because it is ridiculously late. But as I say, out of all animal facts, we give 110% into it.
And I know by tomorrow morning we are going to be talking about. Sorry, pardon me. I know by tomorrow we'll be talking about pangolins, marine life, that sort of stuff. So if you love marine life and you love talking about, everything that is sea related, then my channel is for you because we cover that side as well as land animals and animals in general. So yeah, guys, there's lots to learn, lots to discover, and lots to feel excited for. And it is so difficult to build an audience that loves to stay for nature. So yeah, it's been your boy. I am getting tired. It's nearly 1 in the morning. And it's been crazy amount of time since doing a full good stream. It's now 1 in the morning. That's crazy. So yeah. An hour live streaming is phenomenal, but it does train you, I can't lie. I know that tomorrow I'll have more energy because I'll have decent sleep. But I love coming on doing live streams, I really do. But I don't like doing it through the night time because you get tired quicker. And I don't want to sound tired too much. You know what I mean? So I hope all of you do have a wonderful day tomorrow. Well, actually, technically it is tomorrow's today, but yeah. We hope that you guys all have a fantastic day, night, wherever you are in the world, and all that good stuff. And always stay happy in life. Because that's the true beauty about living life. Is always staying blessed and humbled. So yeah, guys, I am happy to say we've done a good stream. I'm proud of it. And you guys will learn some animal facts tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a good start. So it is. So stay tuned for everything nature, everything beautiful. Because we're not going to stop. It's going to be a good, solid, long stream again. Where we really push to go longer. I want to do a whole live stream tomorrow just doing nature back to back animal facts and have people come in and just vibe with it. And that is what is beautiful about nature, is that you can learn so much and appreciate so much. So if you guys are looking forward to a between 3 hour to 4 hour live stream, then yeah, pop in tomorrow and check out the live stream, because like I say, we will be doing a good, solid live stream back to back. And we will make it work. I promise that. Richard! I didn't know Richard came in. Oh, Richard, I'm so sorry. I don't understand why the fuck my stream decided to go down. Richard, I'm so sorry for
not seeing your comments come through. My stream buggered everything up, man. Sheesh, my bad, my guy. Man, I feel so fucking bad. I just noticed your comments. Shit. My guy, but no, thank you for popping in there, Richard. I'm gonna head off to sleep because, man, it's like 1 in the morning. But mate, Richard, if you ever do watch this back, I'm so sorry for not noticing your comments sooner. Mate, I don't know why my phone decided to flip somewhere at the beginning and not below. Right, take care guys, because I'm gonna go to sleep now. Peace.